In this chapter, we're going to talk about the few ways you can add customers to your dealership. The most common way is going to be under a customer search tile, under the customers and leads module on your dashboard. Click the tile, it brings you to a customer search where you can look by name. You can find the customers you're looking for, see detailed information. If you don't find the customer you want and you need to add a customer, you can click the plus add. That'll open up a new add customer record. Here you'll enter in the name, first and last. You can enter in a customer status. Customer status is used almost as a note. I could put here, maybe this customer has bounced checks in the past. I could put customer bounces checks, don't take them. And then what that does is when the customer is added to an invoice, there's a little information bubble next to their name. And when your user highlights over that, they can see the note that's added there. So it's kind of hidden, but they can highlight it to see what the note is. So it's an attention getter. You can assign a customer number if you want. You can designate this record as a customer. So it'll treat it as a retail business. In this case, we're just going to continue as a normal customer. I'll add in an email. I'll add in a mobile number. In this case, I'm going to make them an AR customer, so I can add that in there. I can also add in some social URLs, maybe a website if we have it. I'll put in an address, the required zip code. Now, when you put in a zip code, you want to make sure to use the drop down here to make sure you're selecting the right rate. In some places, they have taxes for in city or out of city, and those may vary. So just make sure when you're adding the customer, you ask. Once you do that, if there's a shipping address that they like to use, you can set it the same as a default, but you could untoggle it and have a different shipping address. You can set tax information if they are tax exempt for a reason or a reseller. You can toggle each one of those on. It'll tell you you're about to override. You can enter in either a tax code or a reseller number. You can't do both at the same time, but you can see here we can enter in any information we need. Discounts, we can set up stuff like cost plus or retail discounts. We can assign the percentage, do the same thing for service parts, for service labor or sublet, etc. We also have an area for encrypted information that you can set, enter it in here. Once you save the record, it'll become encrypted, it'll be hidden. You have extended info. Most of this is around marketing. You can see we have stuff like gender, date of birth, marital status. There's a few things in here you want to keep particular mind on. Preferred contact. As we mentioned in a previous chapter, DX1 does have automated notifications you can configure and send. And this is where you set how you want those to go to this particular customer. Maybe as a default, your dealership sends them by email, but in this case, we want them by phone. We'd put preferred contact phone, and then that would carry over to the preferred method of contact for the notifications. You can also see here you can add users to subscriber groups in a different chapter. We'll show you how to set up a subscriber group, and this is important as you're adding customers because this can really help in direct marketing as you go. You can also set up marketing email blocks, SMS blocks, and then you can also add access to a Garage Online, which allows the customer to go to your website where they can see copies of invoices. And then after that, if you want, you can set the customer up as an AR. If you do, you'll set the accounts receivable account, you'll set some terms, assign a credit limit. Once you've done all that, you go ahead and click save and our customer records in there. And once you do that, you'll see different options. Now we'll cover these options in a different video as this just a video that's showing you how to add a customer. Now, one of the other ways you may add a customer is through an invoice. You can go in and click this plus icon right here. And again, I can go in and add new customer information, new customer. I can give it an email, customer at dx1app.com. Give it a zip code, 90210. Probably giving my age away there. Hit save, and now we've added the customer, and they're quickly added to an invoice. And in terms of adding the customer, if you needed to add them to ship to, you could simply check that box, decide whether they still do or don't need tax, and you're set. So those are the couple general ways that you'll add in a customer. Again, you'll do that through the customer module, through a customer search, or you can do it quickly through any one of the invoices, parts, major units, or service.